Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Most of you know this by now, or you may have forgotten. It's been a while. Sorry about that. But I do like limiter removal a lot in GOAT format. I think it is criminally underplayed and undervalued, and that card is just nuts. So I decided to run back this XYZ Dragon Cannon list that I played not too long ago on the channel. Only this time we're not going to be like hyper focused on summoning XYZ Dragon Cannon. We're just going to try to win some games with machines. So to get into the deck, we've got one Bazoo, because this is a return, and we do have one copy of Dimension Fusion in the deck, so it's a return deck. Bazoo, obviously very good at getting monsters banished, so good addition there. We've got one BLS, one Chaos Sorcerer. We are a little bit short on the Dark count, but I think we're totally fine to play the Sork. It worked out pretty well last time, so just going to go with that. We've got one Breaker, one Sangan, one Tribe, and we have one copy of DD Warrior Lady because it's searchable by Shining Angel. So perfectly fine inclusion there. Also has synergies with Dimension Fusion and Return. We have 3 copies of Dekoichi because it is just one of the best machines, if not the best machine in GOAT format, honestly. And it does have good synergy with Return. If your opponent wants to knock your Dekoichi, that's 3 monsters banished for Return. And that's actually lethal if you get them back and then limiter removal all 3 of them because they'd all be attacking with 2800 attack. So that's pretty cool there. We have 2 copies of Shining Angel. This card's actually seen quite a bit just in return decks anyway, but it searches out Y Dragonhead and Z Metal Tank and this, of course, DD Warrior Lady if we need it in a pinch. So I thought Shining Angel was worth an include here. We have 2 copies of Y Dragonhead, 2 copies of Z Metal Tank, and 3 copies of X Head Cannon. This is the only non-searchable one, and it's also just the best one. So definitely want all 3 of those. We, of course, have Trinity. We have Heavy Storm, Snatch, 1 copy of Dimension Fusion. I opted for 1 copy of Giant Trunade in this list as well. Really just looking to push a whole bunch of damage, and Giant Trunade's going to help out with that for sure. Of course, in our machine deck, we have 3 copies of Limiter Removal, and we have 2 Noblemen of Crossout to round out the spell lineup. For traps, we've got Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, 2 copies of Dust Tornado because they are best friends with Return from the Different Dimension. I kind of wanted to find room for a 3rd, but I kind of opted for the Giant Trunade in that spot. Jar of Greed, also very good with Return, but just couldn't really find the space. I'm sure, you could make some changes here. Like, you could take out the Trunade, you could take out the Defu, but kind of wanted to play those cards, so no Jar of Greeds here as well. And then to round out the deck, we have 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. Getting onto the side, we've got 2 copies of Asura Priest, mostly going to be coming in against those Scapegoat decks. We have 1 copy of Lightning Vortex, MST, Book of Moon, Big Bang Shot to go with our Asura Priest. Also pretty good on our machines. There's like limiter removal up, hit something up with a Big Bang Shot, do massive amounts of damage. We have 2 Mind Controls. Honestly, not sure how good these are going to be against Turbo. I get the feeling there's a good chance they could side in, kind of like they do against Warriors and Earth, where the Mind Controls are actually not quite as good, but we'll see. We have 2 copies of Smash and Ground, 2 copies of Walk, and 3 whole copies of Sakuretsu Armor. So that's the deck. Let's get into some matches. All right, we've got our first match here against Meat Weasel. We're back on the Troll Mole account. However, I am wearing a different shirt, and the pigs are back. So don't even think about any other possible explanation for that other than I'm a time traveler. That's nothing else can explain it. Don't even try. Looks like we're going second here. Our opponent is on the 41 card special. Gotta respect that. Our hand is totally respectable as well. We have X Head Cannon with a way to get probably Z, because XY is a terrible fusion. And we've got Return to bring them back. So, all right. Pretty into this start here. Opponent summons Sangan. And let's see here. We could set Shining Angel, but kind of think there's no reason to do that. Like, we have to, we have to take out the Sangan eventually, so may as well just summon something and attack into it, I think. And I think I'm just going to go with the Shining Angel. See if this all works out, or if we get eaten up by a Sakuretsu Armor or something like that. No, I'm just going to take out the Sangan. Okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. Get your free search. Sangan do be a good card in GOAT format, and pretty much anywhere else that, at least when I've had experience playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, Mother Grizzly. All right, so we're playing a little bit of a recruiter war here. I am going to go ahead and play around Duo, and I'm going to set everything because I have this Solemn Judgment. Well, opponent, funny you say that. Give him the old smiley face. Welcome to the channel, Meat Weasel. I think Meat Weasel's actually been on the channel before. I remember this name. I think it's funny every time I see it. All right, opponent sets a monster, sets another back row. I think we're looking pretty good here to be able to deal with this. Defusion, I mean, that just helps us keep throwing out fusions, right? That's not the worst thing in the world. Do we want to run into Mirror Force? I think that's totally fine, right? We can just Solemn Judgment that. Yeah, let's just summon out the XY Cannon. Let's just be aggressive here. And then we will knock this face down monster. Yomi Ship. Okay. So we still have Mama Bear in hand. No Yomi Ship to ruin Shining Angel's Day. Ooh, Gravity Bind? Do I need to... I don't think I need to Solemn Judgment that. No. Alright, you got me. We'll just pass the turn here. Maybe we can actually... I was shitting on the XY fusion, but if we draw a Y here, that would actually be really good, because then we could destroy the Gravity Bind. Alright, yep. Opponent sets another monster. And another back row. And, oh, Dust Tornado. Okay. We do have all of these Dust Tornadoes in the deck. I realize that we have double Dust Tornado with no MST in the main. I know Dust Tornado is a little bit better at setting up return, so there is a reason for that. Though it might not be the most sound reason in the world. It's totally fine. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like a backup Gravity Bind or something over there. And I do think it's interesting the water decks do get to play like Gravity Bind, Level Limit Area B, stuff like that. Because a Legendary Ocean actually makes your level 4s level 3. So they can attack under it. We're going to Call of the Haunted. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Sangan, I'm not too worried about. Especially if its job here is to attack over Shining Angel. Now maybe they're going to tribute up. Oh yeah, this is perfectly fine with me. Absolutely. Now I get to go get my Y Dragon Head. And then we can go into XY. And whatever we draw, we can just pitch to kill the Gravity Bind. Cool. Yeah, I'm down. And then we have Dimension Fusion if we need to go into another XY or something like that. Or, I mean, we could just summon these both out for, you know, bigger attackers. Yeah, no problem. Card doesn't really have that much text. The text that matters most on this card is Y Dragon Head. It's just the name. Alright. What are we drawing, deck? Dekoichi. Am I willing to discard Dekoichi to get rid of Gravity Bind? Probably. That seems totally fine to me, right? Alright. Let's just banish the boys. Go get ourselves an XY Dragon Cannon. Any negates? Alright, we'll declare the effect. And we will get rid of Gravity Bind here. A little bit of lag going on Dueling Book. It's a little late here. Now the question is, do I want to Dimension Fusion? Well, the opponent gets back a Yomi Ship? That's not ideal, right? Destroy the monster that destroyed this card. I guess I could... yeah, I could just Union, like, put Y Dragon Head on... Well, then I lose the Dragon Head. That's probably not worth it. Let's just attack the Sangan. The Yomi Ship's a little annoying here, and I think we're just in a fine position. Like, we've got Solemn Judgment back up. We don't really need to do a whole lot of stuff here. And yeah, we'll just pass the turn. This Call of the Haunted goes away. I do have Giant Trunade in my deck, so that is actually relevant. Man, the Yomi Ship. Why is that such an annoying card? Like, I know I could have returned there. But I think we'll build up to... Yeah, I'm just going to let the Graceful Charity go. We'll build up to, like, a bigger turn where we're, you know, pushing through a little bit more damage. And maybe we'll draw, you know, a Z Metal Tank. All are perfectly good options here. Opponent just slams the Sinister Serpent into the grave. Makes a lot of sense. Ooh, an Amphibious Bugroth. Okay. We're going aggressive over there. I like it. I love the water decks. I think they're a lot closer to actually, like, being good in GOAT format than people give them credit for. Obviously, people over the years have worked on them a lot. But I think there's still some more room to potentially work on them. So if you're a water fan, get out there on the dueling book streets and get some testing going. All right, we have a Mobius, and no. Now I'm gonna bite on the judgment here, I think. Just too juicy. All right, and then nothing from the opponents. There's a chance we could just... Okay. We can summon the XYZ. The problem is we don't have any cards to discard at that point. What do I think this card is? It could definitely still be a Mirror Force. Interesting. We don't have to go into XYZ. We can go into, what is it that destroys a face down? Is it XZ? Yeah, so if we go into XZ, that is 46 plus 15, 6,100. It's not quite enough to kill, but... And we have to do it off of return. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean, we have 37. Let's just try to kill the opponent, right? Let's just summon Z Metal Tank. If it's a torrential, it's a torrential. If it's not, you know, it's got to be some sort of like really good battle trap here. All right, 15, 22 gets in. Don't ring me. All right, summon the boys. Ah, we got them. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's see. We want probably the Smashing Grounds here. We definitely want the MST if we're going to be up against Gravity Bind. Sometimes I like to bring in like a Sura Priest just because they, you know, it eats like all of the recruiters at once. But I don't really think that's what we're going for here. Our opponent did show Yomi Ship as a set, but I don't know if we really want the Nox. We saw Amphibious Bugroth, so they could be a little bit more of an aggressive deck. I think like we can just switch out Nox for Smashing Grounds, probably totally fine. I want to leave in the Giant Trunade. We can probably cut Defu here. And then do I want these Sakuretsu armors? Maybe. Like we can cut a return. That seems fine to me. And then, I mean, I like all of our monsters. Obviously, the XYZ stuff's not that great, but like it is, you know, we're kind of short on machines as it is. So yeah, let's just cut a return, bring in a Sakuretsu armor. I think something is to be said for trying not to overside. Though, you know, just like the law of the normal video, not a strict science to the siding here. I like this hand a lot. Pot of Greed with a Shining Angel and a limiter removal. Okay. I like this hand a lot less now, but, you know, maybe we won't lose the Pot of Greed. We lose the Bazoo. I'm fine with that. I may actually just get rid of the limiter here. Smashing Ground seems pretty good. I don't have any machines. Yeah. Obviously, like, limiter removal is probably the best card in our deck, but I think this is totally fine. And we immediately draw a machine, of course. That's just how that always works out. All right, Pot of Greed, get us a couple cards. Ooh, love all of this. I'm going to get aggressive. Smashing Ground's a proactive card anyway, so we'll just get rid of the Mother Grizzly with that. We'll get in for 1,400. And this is kind of defensive as well. Shining Angel, just a good defensive card, and I'll set the Sakuretsu armor. In case the opponent has something like another Mother Grizzly or something, I'd rather Sakuretsu that than just go through all of the recruiters. But opponent is going to drop Pot of Greed, pretty good for them. Leading on Duo into Pot. Certainly can't complain over there. Unless their hand is just like 3 Mobius and... Ooh. That's heavying for a 1-for-1 while my monster on the field is a Shining Angel is not not looking like the best thing for me. Generally, that means we're in some trouble here. And getting a Legendary Ocean would further cement that. Unfortunately, this Giant Trunade is not a heavy storm. Ah, the Bugroth. Okay, that's fine. I'll take 17. That's not really that big of a deal. I could I was gonna say I could go into DD Warrior Lady, but now I can't because the DD Warrior Lady's in hand. So, do we want to summon DD Warrior Lady anyway? And try to take it out and just like sit here and continue, you know, 1-for-1ing our opponent. We could set Dekoichi, but in that case, I'm not getting anywhere. Could just giant True Nade, summon DD Warrior Lady, attack into the Bugroth, get rid of it, attack with Shining Angel. I don't hate that. Obviously, we don't have a whole lot of a follow-up left, but I don't think we can really bank on much of that. Yeah, let's just True Nade first. Clear the way, because if our opponent has a Sakuretsu, it's really bad for us. The only question is, like, do I want to go get Z or Y off of the Shining Angel? And I think the answer is no. Let's just attack into this. I will banish. And then I will attack with the Shining Angel. Get in there for 1400. Obviously, the Giant True Nade's a -1. And then we 1-for-1, so we actually end up down a card in that exchange. But like I was saying, I think if our opponent Sakuretsu's, the DD Warrior Lady, or even worse, has a Mirror Force there, I think it just ends up really bad for us and we probably lose the game. Legendary Ocean coming back out. Mother Grizzly. Okay. That's going to get over the Shining Angel, so they don't get to search anything, which is actually pretty good for us. And let's see. Shining Angel. We could get Y Dragon Head because it can wall up the Grizzly. Sure. We can set this thing in defense position on our turn. And by set, I mean move to defense position. Obviously, we can't set it. We could go for game here. I believe we do have lethal, right? 16, 31. Yeah, we do have lethal. I don't hate just leading on the Snatch Steal. See what happens. If it's Mirror Force, I guess we can also afford to play around Torrential, right? Yeah, let's just attack with these. Ah, it is the Mirror Force. Okay. Cool, and then we'll just set the Dekoichi and we'll see what the opponent has. Played a little bit disciplined there. Didn't just go in for the lethal, and we were, you know, saved a little bit. Ooh, Giga. Gonna get a draw off of this Dekoichi. Can I get a BLS? No. Dust Tornado would have been good a while ago to get this Ocean off the board before our opponent could play this, but, you know, it's fine. I'm just gonna set both, pass the turn. Heavy Storm is already gone, of course, so there's no reason really to not set both. Hopefully our opponent summons another monster first and we can get a little bit of... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, it's Mobius? That's really bad. All right, well, I mean, I'm going to dust the Ocean in response, but we lose our Mirror Force. Not ideal. And they have another Ocean. Okay, understood. All right, any BLS is off the top? No, just a Solemn Judgment. Okay. I'll go ahead and set that. Okay, I think we've definitely confirmed that our opponent is on the aggressive version of the deck. Though, I mean, obviously, like, Sakuretsu's not good against Mobius, and they're probably playing all three. But maybe we do just want to get more of those in. Like, maybe we could side out the Bazoo, side out the other return, and just get all of them in there. Oh, I guess I could have saved myself an extra turn here, right? I could have Solemn Judgmented, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oops, sorry about that. I was thinking about siding already at that point. I mean, there's a chance we could have drawn into a BLS or something, right? Oops. Yeah, definitely needed to Solemn Judgment the Giga there, but totally fine. But like I said, we're going to bring in the Sakuretsus, and hopefully we're going to have a good game 3 here. All right, would like to go first. Seems advantageous to me. And yep, this is pretty good. Love to see double Smash and Ground. Yeah, we're just going to throw off the Graceful Charity here. Not a whole lot of reason really in this deck to wait. Ooh, we do have Light Dark now. I think I'm actually just going to pitch one of these Dekoichis. I'd kind of like to keep my Shining Angel, actually. Man, I guess we're just going to get rid of limiter removal now. Again? That kind of sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to set Dekoichi here. It's not the light that we need in the graveyard, but I don't want to just summon Shining Angel and have our opponent start running into it with Mother Grizzlies, potentially. And I don't want to set the Shining Angel because I need the light, so I'd rather just set the Dekoichi into a potential knock or something like that. Oh. Turn 1 Heavy Storm. Just like game 2. Is this going to be a bad thing for me? Oh, Abyss Soldier. Okay, that's fine. Do we have the Serpent? Oh, we do. Okay. That's annoying. I can... Well, I mean, I can just kill it with Smash and Ground, right? Seems fine. Obviously, we'll see what we draw here. Limiter. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just Smash and Ground the Abyss Soldier. Seems fine to me. And then I'm just going to set the Dekoichi again and pass the turn. And we will just go from here. Think this is a totally fine spot. Our opponent gets back the Sinister Serpent. Cool. Not worried about it. We've got this Chaos Sorcerer to come down. Try to mop something up if we needed to. Get to draw an extra card off of Dekoichi here. Which you love to see. Oh, BLS. All right, now we're talking. Do I care if my opponent Torrential's here? Not really. I do care about Mirror Force a little bit more, but I'm just going to be aggressive. Summon the Shining Angel. Obviously, Torrential is a little annoying because it's probably the Sinister Serpent here, but yeah, it is the Serpent. And let's see if Shining Angel can connect. All right, awesome. Got in there, and I'm just going to set this MST, pass the turn from there. So now we've got, like, Light and Dark online. Yeah, this is fine. Sorry. Meant to hit to graveyard. You're good. No activation of Shining Angel, obviously. Meant to click to graveyard. But, yeah, no, we're pretty set up here to do some powerful things. Delinquent Duo may have something to say about it, but hopefully, yeah, hit the BLS. What else should I expect here? BLS is gone. Opponent's happy about that. However, there is a Chaos Sorcerer, so you're not out of the weeds yet, opponent. And if they activate a Legendary Ocean, I think I would just slam MST on it, but they're gonna MST, and I'm gonna get to +1. Oh, Royal Decree. All right. Okay. I don't think I need to get aggressive here. I can just attack with the Dekoichi, hold back the Chaos Sorcerer. Okay, we're going to get hit by a Gravity Bind, and things are going to come to a screeching halt. MST is gone. I do still have Heavy, Giant Trunade, double Dust Tornado in the deck, so we've got answers here. We just need to get to them. Now, that is a clutch Gravity Bind. Oh, Sangan? That's a clutch Sangan. All right, let's just attack over what's probably the Sinister Serpent again. Yeah, okay. And we can just keep this going. Keep our opponent off of their normal summon. Totally cool with this. We do have this Chaos Sorcerer if we ever need to bring it out. We've got all kinds of defense too, like the Sakuretsu, Smash and Ground. Smash and Ground might not be the best defense in the world, but it is a good removal option. This is, oh, do we have like a creature swapper or something, or what are we doing here? Yeah, creature swap's not even that good for you, right? Here, have a Dekoichi, I guess. That's fine with me. Oh, Trunade. Trunade. Damn. Now I wish I could have kept the Dekoichi. Because we can't quite deal lethal here, right? 912. Yeah, not even close. 2200. All right, let's just move these to defense. And I guess, well, hold on. It's 33, no, 36. Even with the smashing ground, we can't do enough damage. Yeah, we'll just move these to defense, pass the turn. We'll wait to draw another monster. And then we can slam this giant Trunade and hopefully win the game and take the match. Making up for that little bit of a premature concession in game 2. Definitely definitely had the chance to draw some outs there. Didn't have a whole lot of draws to do it, but could have saved myself at least a turn for sure. But you know, sometimes you get your mind on sideboarding and you're like, well, no, I guess I'm dead. All right, opponent sets a monster. Tribe Infecting Virus. That's a good one. Okay, so now we're back at, you know, what is this face down? Because it's not Serpent, obviously. We have the Serpent. Could just summon Chaos Sorcerer and pick off the Dekoichi, but that doesn't seem ideal. That the face down's annoying. That's what's getting me. I guess, yeah, let's just attack it with Sangan and see what happens. And then we can make a more informed decision from there. Yeah, like next turn now we can summon Tribe, like blow up their stuff, summon Chaos Sorcerer, Giant Trunade first, obviously, and then kill. So that works out for me. Happy to see Mother Grizzly there, especially since Sangan can't actually run over it. Get that nice beefy 1000 defense. All right, opponent is summoning a Mobius. That's fine. We will lose the Sakuretsu. Are we getting rid of the Gravity Bind too? That would be an interesting play. We are getting rid of the Gravity Bind. Okay. The opponent's going aggressive here. It's not going to work out for them. They don't know that yet. A Legendary Ocean. Okay. All right, so we'll take 1600 here. And Sangan, what do we want? Probably just Shining Angel. I guess we could get DD Warrior Lady. Kind of like Shining Angel. Let's just get DD Warrior Lady. It's the most aggressive, doing the most damage, and like essentially Shining Angel at this point is just gonna go get DD Warrior Lady. All right. Oh, Ring of Destruction. Never mind. I guess we win? So I can summon Tribe, kill Mother Grizzly. Yeah. This is over. Okay. Summon Tribe. Declare. We'll get rid of Giant Trunade at this point to kill the Mother Grizzly. That Mobius is going to the graveyard too. But, you know, not just yet. And here's the Smashing Ground. All right. Summon Chaos Sorcerer. Get rid of whatever. It doesn't really matter. All right, attack you for 4100. We almost got there. But I think Ring of Destruction is going to take us home. We'll pass the turn, and we are going to wait till the last possible second to play around potential Book of Moon. Opponent didn't set anything last turn, so we'll see if... yeah, Graceful's fine. Oh, yeah, I forgot the Serpent. That's that's not ideal with the Graceful Charity. See if that comes back to bite them. Terraforming not doing anything here, so pretty easy discard. And yeah, sure. Basically just discarding 2 copies of a Legendary Ocean. Makes a whole lot of sense to me. What else we got here? Giga Gagagi Go is fine. I'm just going to let that. 850? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then, yep, they set. And I will Ring of Destruction the Chaos Sorcerer to win the game at 50 life points. Just wanted to make sure we're playing around everything like the Book of Moon. But no, that was besides the premature concession in game 2, which yeah, whatever. That was a really fun match. So, and a pretty long one. Recording time's about 30 minutes. We're gonna cut down a little bit for you know, stuff to cut out, like dead air, stuff like that, like I always do. But yeah, that was a long one, but yeah, let's get another one. I like this deck, having fun. All right, we've got ourselves another match here. Noah called it a premature concession in game 2 of the first one. Not necessarily a premature concession, just a failure to activate a Solemn Judgment. And thinking that I was dead. So I guess, technically premature concession. All right, but here we are in another match, leading on a Pot of Greed. You love to see it. Drawing all monsters you don't love to see, but we do have Tribe, I guess, that can ditch some of these to the graveyard. I'm actually just gonna set the Shining Angel, set Dust Tornado here. Not quite Meme Deck Monday, opponent, but it is a video for the YouTube. Yep, you're all good. I don't have Trap Dust Shoots here. Uh-oh. I guess we're gonna get level 2'd here. And that's a reason to summon the Shining Angel, but that's fine. His hand's actually pretty decent against warriors. I mean, just because of the Tribe, we could really use a dark other than this Chaos Sorcerer. But opponent just sets 1, so we're able to clear that. And we can just summon out probably DD Warrior Lady. Oh, well, I mean, there's our dark. We could just summon X Headcannon. Why do we summon DD Warrior Lady here? Oh, I mean, we can just summon Shining Angel. Let's just do that. Yeah, we'll summon the Shining Angel because it's a clear out to the level 2. It can get us into like a Z or a Y or something to go with our X Headcannon. And we can save the DD Warrior Lady if we need to for like a bigger threat or something that comes out. And we can just kind of pick and choose when to use it. Oh, Berserk Gorilla. All right, so maybe we've got some Earth here. I know Red Daddy played in... It was either the PWCQ or some of the LCQs I was seeing the name. Maybe it was the LCQ. Let's just go get Z Metal Tank here, I guess. XZ is much better than XY. I think it was the LCQs. I was trying to help out a little bit with those. And I saw the name Red Daddy running around. Here we see a set back row. Do we want to X Headcannon, or do we want to, like, if we summon Breaker, that's not really doing anything other than just being a dark. We get a +1, it dies. Yeah, let's just go into XZ. If our opponent, you know, torrentials, that's totally fine. Yeah, let's just summon out the XZ here. Any negates? All right, I'm going to ditch a Dekoichi here. And get rid of this. Compulse? Yeah. All right, that's unfortunate. Do I want to go into the Sork now? That's probably fine, right? Just get rid of the gorilla here. Let's just keep it simple. Guess we actually want this in attack position. And we'll just pass a turn. Don't really want to put Sork into defense position when it's a deck that could potentially be playing Sasuke. There's the card. Took me forever to think of the name. We draw the Y Dragon Head. I think... Yeah, let's just not run out Breaker into Torrential. That seems like a terrible idea. If there's a battle trap for this, that's totally fine. If there's not, that's also totally fine. I'll set Y Dragon Head. I don't feel the need to set DD Warrior Lady, but since I've got a whole bunch of monsters, may as well do something. Yeah, we're just going to draw out a Knock, which is totally fine with me. Now, please draw Dimension Fusion. Solemn Judgment's not bad, though. I'll take that for sure. Now I will summon Breaker. If it's Torrential, that's fine. We are up on cards. And declare Breakers. Hopefully this isn't a chainable. Dust Tornado. Cool. Let's just attack with Breaker. If it's something that it can't clear, then, you know, Chaos Sorcerer guaranteed clears it. If it is, then Chaos Sorcerer gets in for an attack. So we clear Mataza, which is pretty cool. I've been seeing a lot of these Mataza lists. Pretty big fan of those. Yeah, I don't really care about Kaiku. I'll lose the breaker. That's not a big deal. I've only got one more chaos monster left in the deck. Ooh, do I judgment that? I'm gonna judgment. At this point, I just want to get the game over with. Yeah, our opponent doesn't have a back row at all. So, oh, tribe. Well, we've got 500. No, I guess we can't actually kill, but I mean, DD Warrior Lady is just a perfectly good summon here. We already have Dark in the Grave, so no reason to banish. Let's just get in our damage. Yeah, attack with DD Warrior Lady. I'll set Knock as a bluff. Pass the turn. I think we are way in the driver's seat here. Yeah, all right. Able to take down game one against Warrior E something. Again, like I saw the name Red Daddy. I haven't looked at the deck list or anything, so I'm not sure exactly what they're on here. But I believe we want the Sakuretsus, we probably want the Smashing Grounds, and we're going to do something like get rid of Nobleman of Crossout, which seems pretty poor here. We'll get rid of Defusion, probably get rid of at least one return. And honestly, like, Y Dragonhead is like, it has the bigger defense, but like XZ is just so much better. So I think we can get rid of like one Y Dragonhead. We could just get rid of a Takoichi, right? Actually, yeah, let's just get rid of it to Koichi. Y Dragonhead can, like, at least come down and synergize with something we've got going on, especially if we're going to leave in one of the returns. I think that's totally fine. Again, not a super science here, but makes sense to me. Maybe I wanted to get that MST in here as well. All right, don't hate this hand. We've got a Sakuretsu. We've got XZ with a return. Opponent leading on Pot of Greed, though. Pretty good for them. Yep, Berserk Gorilla coming down. Bazoo. All right. I think what I'm going to do here is just set the Z Metal Tank. Totally lost so you could have a good video. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Graceful Charity. Well, you know, opponent, you're not doing a very good job of losing this game. That's for sure. Hopefully we're able to take out this Berserk Gorilla with the Sakuretsu and at least be able to keep our Metal Tank, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen here. Rhoda, that's fine. I don't really care about level 2 all that much. Like, sure. Yeah, I'm just going to let the level 2 attack go through. And then I'll Sakuretsu the Berserk Gorilla. That's a much bigger threat to my deck, I believe. Oh, Solemn Judgment's actually pretty nice here. Yeah, we're just going to summon out X Head Cannon. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we'll attack over the level 2. All right, opponent takes the 900. Cool. And let's set Solemn Judgment. I'll set Return now as well. There's a chance this X Head Cannon dies and we can like summon Bazoo, get rid of X and Z, get them back. Yeah, like this. This is totally fine. Take 200 here. No big deal. Opponents, it's a couple of back row. Okay. Oh, drew the Y Dragonhead too? Ah, we're so close to just being able to do it all. All right, let's summon Bazoo. And we will declare the ability. We'll banish these, make it a 2200. How greedy do I want to be? I could go into XY here, or into XZ, but I am just going to attack with the Bazoo. Sakuretsu armor. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just pass the turn. We'll see what we can do next turn. Maybe we can go for some big play with a return. No! No! That's so sad. That's so sad. We lose our return to an MST. Okay. Robin Goblin? Yeah. I can't really... I gotta Solemn Judgment that. The Mataza. I mean, I gotta give myself, I guess, a chance of winning here, right? Robin Goblin Mataza is just sick. We lose the Chaos Sorcerer, which is the dead card in our hand. So that's oddly enough, that was the card that I wanted to lose. Now I could summon out Breaker, try to get a plus. Obviously, it just gets run over by Berserk Gorilla, but so does Y Dragonhead. I guess I actually have to take out the Robin Goblin, right? Or I do just lose everything. That's that's not ideal. But okay. I'm probably not going to win this game. That MST was clutch. I am just dead here. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's bring back in the MST, especially since we saw Robin Goblin. Maybe we're just getting rid of Return. This deck is incredibly aggressive from what it looks like. Do I want Lightning Vortex? Vortex is mostly, it's a holdover from when I built the deck a while ago. It's mostly in there for like RGT. Maybe it's not great here. Yeah, sure. Let's just bring in the MST. We'll call it a day. Hopefully it's good. Oh, yeah. You're clearly siding out Trinity. We saw that Pot of Greed and Graceful Charity. Now I'm going to lead on Pot of Greed. Okay, so do we want to play around potential level 2 again? I guess we do have Ring for it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and set the Dekoichi. And we'll pass the turn. Love it when people are about having some fun. That's what this game's about. And that's why I do the videos too. And that's why I stopped doing them for a little bit. I wasn't having fun. Just because, stuff that was going on in life, all that good stuff. But now I'm back to having fun. And that's why I can shake off the things like what happened in game 2 of the first match. Totally fine. All right, draw a card. Sakuretsu, very nice. I'm just going to summon the Shining Angel. We're going to get aggressive here. I've got Solemn Judgment. This is all fine and dandy. We'll get in there for 2,800. Opponent already at 36, thanks to our Ring of Destruction. Talking is difficult. Yeah, Dust Tornado, the Sakuretsu, that's fine. I'd rather keep my Solemn Judgment around anyway. Mirage Dragon. Yeah, I'm going to let that go. That's fine. I love Mirage Dragon. I love everything about what's happening over here. Honestly. Big Mirage Dragon fan. Big Mataza fan. Just a fan of all of this stuff in general. So I think here... Oh, we just have lethal, right? Yeah, I just need to get a light in the graveyard. Okay, Summon Tribe. Good. Y Dragonhead, get rid of that. And then we will special summon BLS. And we'll get in there for game. No. No. We have Solemn Judgment over here. So that's going to do it. We were able to take both of the matches, which is pretty sweet. Opponent is offering a rematch. I'm going to accept it and play it. You know what? How about a round 3 in the video? Why not? Why not? We don't get rematches very often. This opponent is fan of the channel. Why not throw an extra match in here? Let's go. Some bonus content for you all. All right, so that just means I've got to stay on top of my game for one more match. All right, so let's not set the Sangan game 1. Let's just set this useless Y Dragonhead. We'll set the Ring of Destruction. We'll pass the turn. That seems totally fine with me. Want to protect the Sangan. If there is a knock here, obviously I would rather one of my XYZ pieces eat shit here, but looks like I'm just going to have to ring this level 2. No reason to let my opponent just get free real estate on that. Now I draw a knock. How do I want to sequence this? I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna throw out the Heavy Storm. Yep, Solemn Judgment, totally fine. Now, do I want a giant Trunade is the question. I don't think so, really. I'm just gonna flip the Dragon Head. I'll summon Sangan. If there's a Mirror Force or a Torrential, it's not really that big of a deal. I will save the giant Trunade for a little bit later. There is a Mirror Force. Okay. All right, so Dark Light in the graveyard. Sangan is going to go grab me probably Shining Angel. Could be DD Warrior Lady. I like DD Warrior Lady a lot here, especially with Dimension Fusion. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll just set Knock as a bluff and pass the turn. Yeah, pull out a Dust Tornado, that's fine. Sounds good to me. Opponent at 35-50. Oh. Oh, you think that Kaiku's good for you? Oh boy. I can't kill my opponent. But I can sit behind a Solemn Judgment. That seems pretty good to me. Let's just summon DD Warrior Lady. Go ahead and throw off this Defusion. Thank you for the banished monsters. I appreciate it very much. All right, DD Warrior Lady gets in there. Take 300, get these banished. And then attack you for 2,500. And I'll sit behind the Solemn Judgment. And hopefully between it and Giant Trunade, I'm able to win the game here. Rhoda's fine. Do I need to Solemn Judgment any monster? Probably. There's no dark in the graveyard, so... yeah, I'll just Solemn the Blade Knight. Alright, pick up another game one. So let's, again, we'll side in the MST. We'll side in all of these. We'll get rid of... let's see, we got rid of the returns, this, the Nox, and... I think we got rid of the Y Dragon Head. Was that it? No, we got rid of a Dekoichi. That's right. Is that correct to do, though? Because that cuts our dark count down. I think, actually, I'm just going to get rid of one of the Y Dragon Heads because of the dark count. So maybe I was sideboarding a little bit incorrectly last time. Yeah, this seems pretty good. The only other card, like, maybe I would consider, like, Book of Moon, maybe Lightning Vortex, but I don't really want to cut anything else. Don't really want to overside. So, let's see if we can take down Red Daddy one more time. All right, this hand is okay. Not amazing. A lot of monsters. I wish Mirage Dragon stopped the opponent from activating traps during the battle phase as well. But it definitely doesn't. Now, there's a giant Trunade. Yeah, definitely don't think I want to do that just yet. Summon out the X Head Cannon. If they have a removal spell, it's fine. I can just, smash and ground the Mirage Dragon if I need to. Or the opponent can just take 200. That's fine as well. And we'll just pass the turn. Get a free plus with the X-Head Cannon. Love to see it. So maybe... oof. I was going to say, maybe it's like not Jar of Greed. Dust Tornado. Maybe it's like... oh, come on. That's really bad. It's like the one card I didn't want them to hit there. Oof. Okay, Graceful Charity. There we go. There we go. Now we've got some gas. Let's just go ahead and activate. If they want a Solemn Judgment, be my guest. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We've got a light in the graveyard, so we need to get a dark. So we do have this Dekoichi. Let's just go ahead and dump it. And I guess we're gonna dump the Y Dragon Head. Sure. All right, and then we'll just Giant Trunade here. Maybe there's a chance they let that attack go through because and then we'll also just summon out... yeah, we'll just summon out Shining Angel. This is fine. Maybe they let that attack go through on the Mirage Dragon because they knew they had Berserk Gorilla plus the Robin Goblin, and they were like, no, this is a fine exchange because we're going to plus on the 2 on the next turn with the Gorilla attack. All right, now we have all the back row from the opponent. Oh, all of it. Okay. All right, a full 5. Love to see it. Ah, I see. Okay, so I don't get to banish the face down. So that's kind of sag. I think I'm just gonna attack it with the Shining Angel. I don't want to... Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to summon the DD Warrior Lady into a Torrential or, you know, God forbid, a Mirror Force. Okay, this is all fine. Do need to find another Dark, though. But we did leave in all 3 Dekoichis because of that. Yeah, Mataza's fine. You just take 300. This is going to sit on the board. No effect. I don't really care about the Mataza. Oh, okay. Getting aggressive over there. Yeah, I'll take 1300. No, please hit BLS, please hit BLS, please hit BLS, please hit BLS. Crap. Okay. Unfortunate. We lose the Bazoo. Monster X Headcannon. That is a monster. Do I set it? I could set it. No, we're not going to do that. We're not cowards here. Solemn Judgment. Okay, that's a really good Solemn Judgment. All right, unfortunately, we're going to lose the BLS because we couldn't draw another Dark. Oh, God. That's lethal. Okay, no, that actually kills us. Okay, so I guess setting the X Headcannon would have worked out there. Unfortunate. Maybe I do want this Book of Moon. The more that I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, Book of Moon's probably pretty good here. Let's just get rid of the Z Metal Tank. We're going to go way down on monsters, but like we've taken out the whole return plan anyway, so this is fine. Shining Angel still definitely has utility. Like, its whole purpose in this matchup is to just go get DD Warrior Lady. We finally see a limiter removal. I guess we've been discarding it just about every game, right? Let's lead on Duo. This hand's not ideal, but, you know, you can't ever really complain whenever you have a Duo and double Solemn Judgment. We just need to get some monsters to actually turn on the BLS. These compulses over here from the opponent have actually looked pretty good. Yeah, Gorilla's fine. I'm not going to Solemn Judgment that. We got a compulse on our XZ. Got a compulse on the BLS, so we couldn't get rid of their monster. Here, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to use the Smashing Ground, right? Yeah. And we'll save the Mirror Force. Let's just go ahead and set all of our cards as well to play around Duo and potentially, you know, to save our Mirror Force. Maybe they hit this limiter removal or something with the Dust Tornado. They do not. I'll Judgment that. I'll bite. I don't really have anything else going on here. Yeah, they Judgment back, and I'm going to Judgment back. All right, so it appears we are up on cards, but all of our cards are dead. Dekoichi certainly isn't dead. Dekoichi's pretty good. That's a Dark. Get us another card. Works with limiter removal. Beautiful. Very happy to find a Dekoichi here. Unfortunately, our opponent finds Kaiku off the top, which is really good for them. And then I find... No! And then I find the... Oh? That's lethal. Alright, summon Y Dragon Head? Robin Goblin? Activate? Activate? We win? Just a White Dragon Head off the top into double limiter removal. I love to see it. What a what a good couple of matches. That was I've had so much fun playing this. This was awesome. So I hope you guys had just as much fun as I did across these 3 matches. Yeah, this has been great, but that's going to be the video. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll be back with the next one.